What's up, Ravens fans? We are back. My name is Ryan. I run a
Hey,
channel called For the Flock Rundown. That's Noah. He runs a channel called For the Flock. And we got some breaking news that I want to get your thoughts on here, Noah. Lamar Jackson is playing Thursday, confirmed by Harbaugh, also listed as a legit full on the injury report. So he's back, man. How we feeling?
let's go.
Oh,
Bro, dude. So Ryan just told me this. I hadn't seen the news yet. He told me right before we went live, and I was saving my excitement and my reaction for the actual live stream for you guys. So, bro, Super Bowl agenda is back on. Purple shades going back
let's
on,
go.
dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, the Ravens are about to go on a run. They're about to get hot. The MVP's coming back. We're talking about what? 10 touchdowns and 1 pick. Like, dude had the highest passer rating in the league, was on fire. We had some adversity. We had some injuries. The defense gave up. Then Lamar gets hurt. We spiraled downhill. But shout out to me and you, Ryan, a little friendly pat on the back to each other because we kept the faith, bro.
Oh, yeah.
When everyone else was saying, season's over. Like, dude, I think we're 2 games behind Pittsburgh right now?
Yep, 2
And
games, dude.
after we absolutely beat the brakes off the Dolphins whenever Lamar just goes crazy in Miami like he always does, we're only going to be a game and a half behind the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, and by the way, the Steelers have a pretty brutal schedule coming up, and the Ravens have a pretty cake schedule. Let's look at the Steelers, bro. They got the Colts, like one of the best teams in the league right now, and then they had the Chargers, and then another division rival against the Bengals, who beat them last time, and then they got Bears, Steelers, and then us. Like, they're about to go through a gauntlet. They're about to go through an absolute gauntlet while we just
Catch up.
Go on a run, bro.
Dude, I'm hyped, man. I did not think we were getting the Lamar confirmation today. Like, obviously, the sources, which have been hard to trust now for a few weeks, but the sources were saying that he's gonna play Thursday. So I was like, all right, we'll see. But I figured it'd be one of those things where, since we don't really have like a real practice this week, since we play Thursday, it's kind of like walkthroughs and light stuff. And I was like, oh, we might not really know if Lamar is going to play until Thursday. But Harbaugh came out today at the presser, said he is very confident and that they fully expect Lamar to practice. And they're not lying on the injury report this time, because he is full. And that means he actually practiced with the starters, because obviously last Friday they listed him as full. And then it comes out on Saturday, Lamar was running scout team all week and basically had no chance of playing. So they were, messed that up quite a bit, but they're not messing this up today. Lamar is full practice with the ones and is fully expected to start on Thursday. So I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped because Lamar's back, and what we just saw yesterday has me excited, man, because that team yesterday played like their backs were against the wall, like the season was on the line. You know what I mean? Like I saw that fight, not only from the players, but also what a well-coached game, like we've been fairly critical of the coaches too, but like
we have.
I also want to give credit, and that was a smart game, both sides.
Dude, yeah. I mean, you're talking about your third string quarterback, like a dude that wasn't even in the offseason plans. Like, Cooper Rush was your guy, and in the middle of training camp, you signed Tyler Huntley, and then you come in, and I tell you what, man, T. Martin and Todd Monken and that coaching staff had Tyler Huntley ready to go, man, and he just saved the season for the Baltimore Ravens, because 2-5, I know 2-5 doesn't seem good, but when you look at the context of it and you look at all the stuff you got, the guys you got back, bro. That is why, like, I'm fired all the way up right now, man.
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited because, like, first of all, I don't even know if we want to talk about this yet, but that Alohi Gilman trade, bro, was
sneaky
genius by Eric DaCosta. Like, he's not a star safety, but he's a solid starting safety with veteran experience, who's assignment sound and plays hard. And then you put him and then that helps, calm Malachi down. All of a sudden, Kyle Hamilton's now like in the box like 60 or 70% of snaps, and he's causing absolute chaos. And the defense now, we're talking about one of the worst defenses that was just absolutely critical. I was ready to move on from Zach Orr. Like I was open about that, man. But you now hold the LA Rams, the top 5 offense, to 17 points. And then in the following week, when you need a victory, you hold the Chicago Bears, who were also a top 10 offense in a lot of different categories with weapons all over the place. Adunze, Moore, Swift, and a solid offense. Bro, you held them to 16 points. And there's a lot to be excited about with this team. A lot to be excited about.
Yeah, I know. It's a phenomenal game, man, from everybody. I mean, that's why I said it was a desperation type of feel, and they executed that. You know, it wasn't because that was my main concern is like, what are we getting? Once Lamar was ruled out on Saturday, all those fears of like the last few weeks creeped back in where I'm like, man, are we going to get like a lifeless team out there?
Yeah.
Nah, dude, we got a team.
Thing.
Yeah, we got a team
Especially
ready to
first
go.
Drive when we had that 3 and out. I was like, oh no.
And the defense let the Bears drive the length of the field. They held them to a field goal, but shout out to Mike Green for his first sack. But I mean, they let the Bears drive the length of the field. So the game did kind of start like that. Then the offense goes 3 and out. Bears drive like again. And I'm like, okay, like this does feel like the last few weeks. I think those fears were creeping in, but nah, dude, they went out and dominated that game. I mean, they were the better team in all 3 phases of the game. And that is saying something, especially with Tyler Huntley. Shout out to Tyler Huntley too. Like definitely credit to Monken for having them prepared and calling a smart game. But Tyler Huntley, that was his best game as a pro. He stepped up. You know what I mean? It was like it wasn't just a well-coached game. He went out there and executed it like as good as he possibly could have. 17 for 22, was efficient on the ground, really strong with the read option decisions. And the threat. I mean, what an upgrade over Rush. Like, I think we were talking about it over the last couple lives where we were like, we don't really love both of the backups. Like anybody but Lamar's kind of screwed. And I thought we'd get way more out of Rush just than we did. Not saying that like Huntley couldn't provide it, but I definitely thought Rush would be better than he was. And dude, me too. I was dead wrong. Huntley is definitely the guy. And I think more than just play style and play, the guys seem to rally around Huntley way more, man.
Yeah.
I don't think they're connecting with Rush like that.
Yeah. They have Huntley's back. Like, he's their guy. And I think the way that Huntley like lays it on the line and like you saw him like lower that shoulder and like his attitude, bro, like the team rallies behind him. It was a spark. We've been talking about how all you needed was a spark. And like you just needed to change the momentum. You mentioned that Mike Green sack. To me, like if the Bears would have rolled right down, scored 7 points after that long drive with no momentum shift, like that would have been tough, right?
Yeah.
But Mike Green, like the guy you've been so excited for, your 2nd round pick, who could have been a top 15 pick, right? He gets the sack, the first sack of the season for him. The stadium gets electrified. The defense all of a sudden is like, whoa, like, you know, we got some pressure. We got a sack. Like, and it just like snowballed, right? And then you had Roquan Smith, who was back, and he played like with his hair on fire. He had 11 tackles. He had a great game. And then like Kyle Hamilton doing his thing around the line of scrimmage. And then Nate Wiggins is legitimately turning into an absolute stud all-pro type of corner, bro.
Let's go.
Like
100%. And he had his struggles earlier in that game. They were targeting him when he was on Adunze for the first 2 drives. Adunze was getting, what do you have, 4 or 5 catches? Like they were targeting Nate consistently. Nate was there. It wasn't like he had awful coverage, but Adunze, a top 1st round pick, was getting the better of him on some early reps in that game. But that interception was a game changer, man. That's the type of turnover we need. We haven't been winning the turnover battle. Nate Wiggins changed the game. Like, that cemented, because especially at that moment of the game, that was another moment later in the game where the fears start creeping back in, where you're like, don't blow a lead. Like, we got to put this one away. And then
it was a massive swing, dude.
Yeah. And then I think even we were debating, we were texting each other during the game. We were debating whether they should have went for it or punted. And then Stout ends up having a great punt, pins them inside the 5. I think the Bears got a penalty, so they got like half the distance backed up, and then boom, Caleb throws a pick to Nate, and it wasn't like the worst decision. Nate undercut it, man. He used that catch-up speed to get in front of Odunze,
he used that
undercut
4-2 speed, man.
And changed the game, man. That really like cemented the game. I think that was the moment where it was like, oh, whoa, like this is different than we've seen in the last few weeks. And I agree, man. Nate's got everything he possibly could need to be a number one corner. He is our number one corner, but I think he could be top 5 corner in the league soon.
I agree, bro. Check this out. Nate Wiggins allowed 59 yards on 9 targets yesterday, which if you think about it, with the amount of targets, with 9 targets, if you only gave up 59 yards.
And I swear they were on the first 2 drives.
Right.
and that was it.
Bro, Wiggins now ranks 3rd in passer rating amongst all starting cornerbacks with 420 plus snaps in the NFL, allowing a 62.8 passer rating. That's 3rd in the NFL, only behind J.C. Horn and Cordell Flott. I mean, we're talking about a dude that is putting in an all-pro type of resume in right now. I even thought, even when the defense was struggling at times and the pass rush wasn't there and we were giving up like those leads and these big plays and everything, I still thought Nate Wiggins was one of the few guys that was a bright spot in making plays, getting pass breakups. And dude is having a heck of a sophomore ascension, man. He is playing really, really good football. And I don't know if you want to talk about it as well, man. The Ravens are now favored to win the AFC North.
Yeah,
according to ESPN Bet.
I get it. Like, if you had to put betting odds, would you not put them first? Like, I mean, we're 2 games out of first with a way easier schedule, and we still have the whole division to play, basically.
Exactly. We still have Pittsburgh twice.
Yeah, there you go. There's the catch up. That's first place right there.
Yeah,
if we
I think in 3 weeks we'll either be tied with Pittsburgh or we'll be first in the AFC North. Because, like I said, Steelers have Colts. Who else did I say? Chargers, and then
I think later they got like the Lions. They have a bunch of
Cincinnati, Buffalo.
Yeah,
and we have a pretty cake schedule in these next 5 games, man.
I agree. As long as we handle business in the division, but I just think the division's wide open. Yeah, Steelers got Colts, Chargers, Bengals, Bears, Bills, Ravens.
That's tough.
Lions, Ravens. Like, dude, yeah, come on,
bro. They're about to finish like with 8 wins, bro. How funny would it be if we we're talking about like, oh man, we can only drop like 1 or 2 games down the stretch, bro. How funny would it be if we had like 9 wins and still won the division? Like, dude, obviously I want more wins than that.
What's in this? I won't hold you to keep this, but like, what's like an early record prediction for the rest of the season? Everyone in the comments too, drop your record predictions. I'll lead it off. I think so. We're 2-5, so we got 5 losses. I think we lose one or two more. Yeah. So that's my debate. Is it 11-6 or 10-7? That's where I'm at. I think we're probably going to drop another game. You know, it's awesome to say like we're just going to run the table, but realistically, we dropped some random game in the last 10. Yeah. So you got us losing 1 more just randomly. Like it could be the Packers, or maybe we drop a division game or something. Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. But I think 10-7, 10-7, and 11-6 should win the division.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. 10-7, especially if you at least split with your division. If you go 10-7 and both of your losses were against like Pittsburgh, then probably not. But
we play Pittsburgh the last week of the season, week 18. Right. Would that be for the North? That'd be a fun game.
It could very well be, bro. I hope you have it locked up so that way it doesn't have to come down to the wire like that. But yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Could very well come down. I mean, the Steelers aren't a bad team. Like with Rodgers, I'll admit their offense is a little bit better than I thought it would be. And then also like DK Metcalf helps out a lot. But their defense has been surprisingly bad. Like they force turnovers here and there. And TJ Watt thinks he's really cool whenever he like punches somebody out of nowhere and tries to be like a bully. but they're really bad of a defense, bro. Like, I think they're like 29th in passing, like 27th and against the rush, like back 20 and
That's the
points per
highest
game.
paid defense in the league too.
Yeah.
They went all in. Like they
Yeah.
got mega contracts everywhere because they just traded for Ramsey and like TJ
They
Watt
did.
just signed to a mega deal. Hayward's on a big contract. Like they have a really expensive defense that's old and not performing that well.
No.
So yeah, I completely agree. Tiger said, "Hey guys, I joined late, but is Lamar playing Thursday?" Yes. Just to let everyone know, I seen
Yes,
a couple of
sir.
these, saw a couple of these comments flow through. Lamar is playing, confirmed by Harbaugh, not me. Harbaugh said today that he's very confident. Lamar did get in an official full practice today, and that he is expected to play Thursday. So I mean, every source you could look at Schefter, Rappaport, Harbaugh, everybody's saying Lamar is back Thursday night. Let's
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, and that means he's really all the way back. Like we
Yeah.
were talking about, bro. The fact that he logged some practices last week, got moving around. We saw him jogging around the practice field and stuff. And then that leg had a few days to respond, see how it felt, and then had that weekend to rest. And this short turnaround with Thursday night, bro. Like I think that was probably might have been the game plan all along, even though they were obviously hoping to have Lamar back sooner, but that Thursday night game, that tells me that he's all the way back, and that the likelihood of re-injury and stuff on that hamstring is much lower. And I'm excited to see our guy back out there. Bro, when's the last time we saw Lamar? It's been over a month,
The
right?
Chiefs game, yeah, week 4, and he left in the middle of it, like in the third quarter. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah, it's been since week 4, and we're heading into week 9.
yeah,
It's been a minute. Now I can't wait. I see can we take Harb's words really? I get what you're saying, especially after last week, but this one was a little different. He wouldn't say I'm very confident and we fully expect Lamar to start. And Lamar was a full participant today, which they're
yeah,
not going to lie about. They obviously made a mistake on Friday and listed him full. They're not going to do that this time. So Lamar's practicing with the starters, and also all the inside sources around the NFL that break news are also confirming that he's starting. So I really just think they didn't want to start Lamar Sunday and then have that quick turnaround. That might have been too much for the hamstring.
yeah,
I was hoping he'd play, obviously, but we got the dub with Huntley, so it's all good. But
dude,
yeah, Lamar will be out there Thursday, and then he has 10 days off to heal again because we won't play this
exactly,
weekend.
bro. And you know what else gets me fired up? I feel like while Lamar Jackson was resting, like the offense, specifically the offensive line, has been improving. And like the offensive line performance against the Bears coming off the bye week was one of the best performances they've had all year, probably the best performance they've had. And then you had the weapons making all kinds of plays, bro. Rashad Bateman gets open downfield, slips a tackle. He also made a huge catch for a 15-yard gain on like 2nd and 25.
Is that the low one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
scoop that up, bro.
Yeah.
And then Zay Flowers, like, just nobody can cover him, his separation. And then, bro, wait till we get Isaiah Likely going.
Yeah,
With
I've been
Lamar
surprised
back.
that he hasn't like had that game where he's getting multiple targets. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like he's out there a little bit, but he's definitely not a huge part of the game plan. But we do have a lot of mouths to feed, and now they're getting Keaton Mitchell involved. I mean, they
bro.
scripted plays for Keaton
Yes.
Mitchell. Finally, not only
Dude.
was he activated, they had him involved in the game plan.
Yes.
Massive.
On 4 carries,
Yeah, he
goes
averaged 11
over
yards.
40 yards.
Yeah, 10.8 yards a carry.
Bro, if you guys have been watching these Monday lives, I have been saying, like, one of the most frustrating parts about the coaching that I've had, like one of the biggest bones I had to pick this year with coaching is like, how can you possibly excuse Keaton Mitchell not getting offensive touches? And we've talked about why, like the special team spot and everything, but I've been saying from the very beginning, he's too talented and too explosive of a football player, an absolute game changing offensive weapon to not get touches, to not be on the field, at least as a threat. And bro, but the difference between him and Justice Hill is huge, in my opinion. I know Justice Hill is a good like pass protector.
Not in that game. I think he had like a 20 grade.
Yeah.
Him and Voorhees were at the very bottom. Everyone else was pretty solid, but Voorhees and Hill, from a pass protection standpoint, grade in that game were in the 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
So like Hill did not have a great pass protecting game, and they're definitely valuing Keaton's running ability and probably receiving ability over Hill, which is, not surprising that Keaton's shining.
Yeah.
I guess I am a little surprised that they finally did it, just because I felt like it wasn't going to happen. It was taking a while. And I don't know, did you catch Harbaugh's presser after the game where he was like, we spent time over the bye week specifically creating a game plan and plays just for Keaton, because like we have to get him out there.
Dude, like I thought I was like losing it, bro, because I'm like, I feel like the way I see Keaton Mitchell and the way like Todd Monken sees Keaton Mitchell are like totally different. Like, I don't know if what I'm seeing, I think Keaton Mitchell is like a Pro Bowl caliber.
Yeah, he's like Jamal Charles or something, or like Chris Johnson.
Like capable of being a superstar.
Yeah.
Like a Jahmyr Gibbs. I know that might sound crazy to some people, but like the dude averaged 8.4 yards per carry whenever he had like 50 carries the one year. Like, and then you see him in this game, he averages 11 yards per carry. Like that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like that just doesn't happen. He is an absolute game changer, bro. And I don't know if you saw, he slipped. It wasn't just the speed on the edge on the left run that he had on the outside where he slipped up the sideline for a 25-yard burst, bro, just shot out of a cannon. It was later on too, near the goal line. He had on the right side, he bounced off a tackle. Like he's a smaller player, like a lower, center of gravity. And then you combine that with the speed, bro. Like I think Keaton Mitchell has the capability of being a Pro Bowl type of player if he were to get opportunities and carries. So to me, does not see him out there. Like him and Derrick Henry as a 1-2 combo is actually like disgusting.
Yeah.
Like it's just not fair. And then you throw in the fact that you have Patrick Ricard back, bro. And he had himself a heck of a game.
Yeah, and didn't even play a ton. What did he get, like 12 snaps or something? Like it wasn't an insane amount. They definitely were probably easing him back a little. Not that he plays every snap anyway, but I'm just saying they were easing him back a little bit. But yes, you saw the impact instantly. He had a pancake block earlier in the game. Like flat
pancake Pat. On the offense, the top PFF grades. Some people have different opinions of PFF grades, but Linderbaum, highest graded, 79.6. Flowers, heck of a game, 76.6. Tied with Flowers was Patrick Ricard, like we were saying. Heck of a game. Rashad Bateman with a 73.5. Huntley with a 72.1. And then Falele, shout out to Falele for having himself a solid game.
Yeah, better game for sure.
And then Stanley, 71.5. So good news is 3 of your 5 offensive linemen are on that list for your top rated.
Yeah, and Rosengarten's grade wasn't too bad. I think he was like 60 or something, which is okay. But yeah, Voorhees was the only bad grade from that game. And the game plan was smarter too. Like we didn't even get to see that line have to block for a while because Huntley was getting the ball out of his hands quickly. He was decisive. The game plan was decisive. You know what I mean? Like it was hike, read, throw. Like there wasn't a lot of waiting, and sometimes that pass protection, that offensive line can get more exposed when someone's standing back there a little longer. Lamar holds on to the ball a lot longer because he can make crazy plays, so he's going to hold on as long as he can. And sometimes that does expose the line more. So great game from the offensive line. I'm just saying also I think the game plan helped it a lot by getting the ball out quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. He did get the ball pretty quick, but there was a couple of throws, downfield where like I can think of the one to Zay Flowers on that big conversion. I can think of the
great throw too over the linebacker.
Yeah.
Great throw.
And that zone coverage, I think it was. And then Bateman, had a catch downfield where there was time. There was time for, and it's not like the Bears have a bad defensive front, bro. Like they have solid pass rushers and some nice defensive tackles as well. So
yeah, I mean, we're not even going to play. I think we're going to play a lot of teams like the Bears here coming up. So I mean, we're not really going to be tested like we were earlier in the season, which is good for us to get back in the hunt. Obviously, we're going to have to overcome those better teams that we lost to earlier in the season when we get to the playoffs and down the stretch here. But I also like that we've went through the gauntlet. This is the perfect opportunity and pocket of the season. Now we're healthy. Let's just beat these teams that we should beat. I think the Ravens are already favored by 7.5 or 8 versus the Dolphins. Like,
yeah,
these are teams we should beat. I know the Dolphins are coming off a good game last week, but the Ravens are the better team. The Ravens were the better team against the Bears, and they acted like it. So as long as we just keep going out there playing like our backs against the wall, because it is, I love the fight I saw, man.
Yeah, man. Do you want to talk about that Dolphins game a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Engraven. He's coming through here. What up, bro?
Hey, what's up, Engraven?
Yeah, no, we can
Love
talk
you,
about the Dolphins game. Yeah, they're coming off a great win, a surprising dominant win against the Falcons, who aren't really a bad team. Their Dolphins defense stepped up. I think their offense simplified things a little bit, and their defense played a lot better. They did just lose their starting corner for the season, though.
Who's that?
Shoot.
You're talking about the Dolphins lost their starting corner?
Yeah, not us. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the Falcon.
Oh, no. The Dolphins did today. I got to find it.
Yeah, bro. They still got some dudes on their defense. I mean, they held the Falcons to 10 points, but they got Jordan Brooks, one of the best linebackers. He actually leads the entire NFL in tackles right now. They also have Minkah Fitzpatrick, who we're very familiar with as here in the AFC North when he was with Pittsburgh. We know they traded for Jalen Ramsey. They got Rasul Douglas, who's a solid, nickel corner. And then Willie Gay. We know him from the Chiefs. So Willie Gay Jr., Jordan Brooks, nice linebacker duo. Zach Seiler, and then Jalen Phillips. They got Matt Judon and Bradley Chubb on the front as well. So they got some dudes on their defense. It's funny because
everyone's saying it. Storm Duck was the corner. He's out for the season.
Storm Duck.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I cannot tell you that I'm that familiar with Storm Duck. But yeah, man, the only thing that's annoying is like, bro, why do you got to wait till right before you play the Ravens to like get your stuff together? Like,
that's probably how they feel about us.
Build some confidence. Yeah, I probably feel the same way. And they're like, bro, why do you got to wait? Like Lamar Jackson, he wants to go put on in front of the home crowd in Miami. Like you got to wait till us to come back. You got to wait till you get healthy on defense against Patrick Ricard coming back, like all these dudes. The defensive changes they made with Kyle Hamilton coming near the box. But, dude, Tua threw 4 touchdowns. He was 20 of 26, 4 tutties against the Falcons. But I don't know. I don't want to I feel like we're going to handle business pretty well. I feel like we're going to hold them down. The only thing that concerns me is like that one Miami game where Tua.
I was there. That are you talking about in Miami when they just blitzed like crazy and we lost a game we should have won? Or are you talking about a different one?
That one hurt too.
Yeah, I was talking about the Thursday night in Miami, which is very similar to this. I flew to Miami to go to that game, and because my best friend's a Dolphins fan, so we went and it was like the ultimate letdown. Like we just got blitzed all game, 0 blitz. We had no answers. I think the Dolphins lineman scored a touchdown. It was just ugly. So that's the game that came to my mind.
Zero blitz every snap.
Yeah.
And we had no answers. Yeah, I do. I'm specifically, that was with Greg Roman as well.
It was.
Specifically, I was talking about the one where we were up 21 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was in Baltimore.
Like that one hurt, bro. I was kicked back, like, oh yeah, no stress, up 21 points in the fourth quarter, like, enjoying it. I'm like, Lamar MVP, like getting ready to do my video, like all hype, and then all of a sudden I'm like, bro, we're gonna stop messing around, right? And
Tyreek Hill was just
we're gonna stop messing around, right? And then they just kept scoring, and then it was terrible.
No, that game's forever on. I know you've seen that sheet that someone clipped up of all the Ravens blown leads. That one's forever on that one, like front and center, man. That was nasty,
center, dude.
Yeah.
It's that one was probably. I know the one we had against Buffalo is like more recent bad taste in our mouth, but that might have been even worse than the Buffalo one. The Buffalo one was bad because I think it was 40-25 with like 4 minutes left. Right?
Insane. Yeah.
Like 4 minutes. Like what? I think the Ravens, I'm hoping that they're shifting their mentality a little bit because I've seen other teams do it and it works. Instead of like when you got 4 or 5 minutes, that's a lot of 4 or 5 minutes in today's NFL is so much time. Like you can pick up, like if you got like 15 seconds left and you need a field goal, it's actually doable. Like,
yeah,
you could pick up a 15 chunk here, call a timeout, and then pick up another 15-yard chunk here in field goal range. Like, but where was I going with that, dude? I don't know.
The Ravens are gonna bust the Dolphins on Thursday night.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. I'm not going to stress about
worse defense to your point around the league.
I mean,
yeah, teams are zooming everywhere. I mean, I see it everywhere. Every game I watch, I have like a little bit of pain in me because we grew up watching incredible defense,
dude.
and I am constantly reminded about how spoiled we were, and I took it for granted. My whole like childhood and high school and like, dude, Ravens Steelers just battling it out. The Ravens defense was always like rock solid, just playing hard and physical. And now I'm just like, dude, this sucks. Like
when we were young, you almost like if you were down, if we were down by like, a touchdown or like 5 points, I almost got excited when we were on defense. I'm like, bro, we got a pick six.
Yeah,
we're gonna get an Ed Reed. Like we got a better chance to score on defense, bro. But
100%.
But anyways, what I was saying is a lot of teams when there's that 4 or 5 minutes left to go, right? And you're up by, let's just say 14, 10, something like that. The thing to do was to always try to run the ball. Like you just didn't want to risk throwing an interception, giving someone an easy, field position or pick six or whatever. So the Ravens traditionally, and most teams traditionally, would run the ball. But I'm seeing now a lot more teams whenever like there's 2 minutes left, 4 minutes left or something, you have a lead, actually staying aggressive and like running play action. Like the team's expecting you to run the ball, to run the clock out, and you stay aggressive and you just like dagger into the heart of, you know what I mean? And like staying aggressive. And I think I'm trying to remember how the game ended, but I'm pretty sure we threw and stayed kind of aggressive even whenever we had that lead. I know we wanted to give Derrick Henry some carries as well, but I'm hoping the Ravens kind of make that mental shift to stay aggressive and like
don't get conservative on offense,
especially when you got Lamar Jackson and in these weapons, bro.
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, Todd Monken got called out by Harbaugh and had a million hit pieces written about him from all the Baltimore media. So I think that was a little bit he didn't deserve all that either, by the way. But I think that definitely is like a healthy reminder in your mind. Like, don't, just be smart. And hold on. I saw somebody Sweaty. I told you this summer Rush was an L signing this summer, Ryan. You were telling me about his WL record. I know. I admit it. I was wrong about that.
Me and Ryan were both.
I was wrong about it.
Yeah, wrong.
Yeah. I always admit when I'm wrong. I rarely admit when I'm right. I won't re-bring things up, but I always admit when I'm wrong. And I definitely thought Rush was going to be better. Not that I had confidence he could like lead the Ravens. I never did, but like I definitely thought he could fill in for a game or two. And dude, the team's riding with Huntley, and Huntley elevated his game, bro. We got a super chat here too that I want to bring up. Shout out to Samuel Moore, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, Snoop, man. That's that's the post. Like, unbelievable game. That was Tyler Huntley's best game, and he worked on his game this offseason. In the press conference after the game, he was talking about it, where he was like, I was cut. Who was he cut by most recently?
Browns.
I forget. The Browns, yeah. But he was on like the Dolphins prior to that. He kept getting these little opportunities and like nothing was working out.
He won 2 games with the Dolphins last year.
Yeah, but I mean, they cut him. Like nobody was rocking with him. He
They
couldn't
cut
stick
him,
anywhere.
and Cleveland signed him. He spent all training camp with Cleveland, and then they had Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, Joe Flacco, and they weren't going to keep 4. So he was the odd man out in Cleveland. And then apparently he called Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Or he texted Harbaugh.
He texted him, and then Harbaugh called back.
Called
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Like, shout out to Tyler and shout out to Harbaugh for making that work, because that could have saved the season, bro.
It did, man. I really don't think us putting Rush out there, and it makes me think that if we had Huntley versus the Rams, we would have won that game.
Yeah, there could have been a
Because,
chance.
I mean, they only scored 17 points. We just dropped 30.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not saying we would have exactly scored 30, but I just feel like we could have scored more than 17 if Huntley was there.
Yeah.
And we didn't know we were getting this Huntley.
21. Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't know we were getting this Huntley either. Like, Huntley's been solid for us many times, and I love Huntley as a backup, but like,
Yeah,
that Huntley that just played could start. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like that was an
Huntley was Pro Bowl Huntley.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he has a Pro Bowl is so crazy.
That is insane.
That was a Pro Bowl Huntley. Like that was a Pro Bowl type of performance. Like 17 of 22, 186 passing,
60 on the ground.
60 on the ground, explosive, decisive.
Didn't turn the ball over.
No turnovers, bro. He looked good. And I said it live on the stream. I think a few weeks ago, I was like, bro, I don't think Huntley gives us any better chance. I don't think he's even as athletic as he used to be. I don't know how much he's going to add on the ground. And I said, Cooper Rush, he went 4-1 as a starter with the Cowboys, and he'll know how to get the ball to our weapons, and I trust him more as a passer. But dude did not, like, Cooper Rush, bad performances.
Yeah, I know. And you can tell the team doesn't believe in him.
Right.
Like everyone was a little off, like even like Bateman and Zay's connection, it just wasn't there. And then Huntley comes back first game, and it seems like they've been playing together forever. And I know he's had experience here before. That definitely helps, but there's also a camaraderie and a belief there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
A1 Primetime Movie says he shut us all up. Yeah,
100%,
he did.
dude. 100%. Yeah.
And he said, but everyone wanted to play Monk and not Cooper Rush.
Yeah, the Monken hate was too much, man. And like, yeah, we've even came on and criticized Monken in like certain situations, certain game situations where he abandons the run or doesn't have Henry in a lot. And like, you're nitpicking at what could be better. But to say that like he was the problem of the Ravens was crazy to me. Like I didn't understand that at all. And that goes to this point too. Appreciate you, Sweaty, with the 5. The hit pieces on Monken to me seem like Harbaugh friendly media trying to scapegoat, a lot like the situation with a coordinator a few years ago. It could be that. I don't know if this media is rocking with Harbaugh right now either, though. I mean, he was staring those same media members in the face during the press conference last night, and kind of calling out the false reports and the irrelevant noise and anonymous quotes. And I think they're all a little pissed off. I mean, I know most of you guys saw that Monken clip that was floating around today when he went up to Trippy and was like, pissed, man. You know what I mean? And I like the fire though. Actually, it might have worked in our favor. Like all these hit pieces, I seem like got these coaches on fire right now, and that leads to the players, and now the whole team seems like it's pissed off. And that's the energy we need, man.
Yeah, bro. Dude, I'm so excited, man, to see Lamar Jackson back on the field.
I'm excited that we get football so quickly too. Like we waited a while over the bye, and it was a painful wait because we haven't seen it since week 2. Like everything was just negative, man. We were swimming in negativity. We're trying to stay optimistic, and they weren't ever officially out of it. So there's no reason to be like, it's definitely over. The season's over, but I get the negative. I get the negativity. I get the emotion. Like we're fans first. Yeah. So I totally get that, man. And I was swimming in the negativity too, but now it's feeling a little different. And I'm like, okay, that's the fight we were all looking for. Went out there and had a dominant game, all 3 phases. Shout out to the special teams too. Rasheen Ali, Keaton Mitchell on the kick return, Tyler Loop, Stout. Yeah. I mean, like, dude, these are underrated.
Not Josh Ross. Jay Higgins.
Oh yeah, with the fumble. I know he didn't get it, but yeah. Dude. Special teams, man. It's an underrated aspect that doesn't get talked about. And I just feel like Jordan Stout has elevated his game. There's a lot of people in the offseason that were, because he's in a contract year. There's a lot of people in the offseason that are like, let's just move on. What a waste of a draft pick. I feel like he's taking his game to another level. He's been very consistent.
He's been better this year, dude. I was one of the guys disappointed with Stout, if I'm being honest.
So was I with where we drafted him, but I'm just saying the way he's elevated this year though makes me feel a lot better about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not mad at it. And then we had so many question marks going from Tucker to Loop. It seems like it's not even a big deal at this point, but that's because Loop's solid. Yeah. Like Loop's doing his job. That's why it's not a big deal.
Yeah. He's been great, bro. So we had another super from, I don't know if we are.
I don't see it.
The hit pieces on Munkin seem to be.
Yeah. That's who I put that one up.
We did hit that one. And then, someone said, any news about the Stanley injury? If you want to pull up that injury report real quick, but Ronnie Stanley he returned the rest of the game. Yeah. What's crazy is like he actually logged 100% of the snaps. I actually just saw that.
Yeah, he ran to the locker room and then came right back out the next drive.
Yeah, and it was like in between two penalties and then the interception. So he was back on the field in time for the next possession. So he actually logged 100% of the snaps, and as you can see, he was a limited
for a walkthrough. Yeah, Harbaugh spoke. Harbaugh was directly asked about Ronnie in the presser today, and he said that Ronnie got out of the game okay and should be good for Thursday. So positive update. I'm not guaranteeing he's playing, but it's a positive update. It's not. And like you said, man, the fact that Ronnie came back in the game, because when he went out and went to the locker room, I'm like, oh no, dude. Like this guy hasn't finished a game in the last 3 games. Like, I was like, oh, here we go. Like the ankle just can't stay healthy, but he came right back in next drive, and Harbaugh saying he's good. So I think Ronnie should be okay.
Yeah, bro. Can you put up RNB 83?
Yeah,
the last chat. He just said we're back.
Oh yeah,
bro. We're back. We are back. It's not just the fact that we got the win. It's the fact that we got the win, and Lamar Jackson, the best freaking quarterback in the NFL, is coming back and he's playing on Thursday night. And you got Patrick Ricard pancaking people. He's back. Now you're getting Keaton Mitchell, who's an electric weapon, getting carries. Then you got Roquan Smith back healthy. You got Nate Wiggins playing like an all-pro. Kyle Hamilton back around the line of scrimmage with Alohi Gilman starting the back end. It's just like one factor on top of the other. Plus the Ravens' schedule, like we've been talking about. And they're back, dude. They're all the way back. And I'm excited for this team. Like I don't care. Call me a homer. I'm back on the Ravens Super Bowl agenda, bro. They were actually favored to win the Super Bowl before the season started. And I'm not coming off of it, man. I'm keeping the hope all the way up. If the Ravens defense can play like this, like where they're holding Rams to 17, holding the Bears to 16. And like we said, I don't know if you remember, I think we talked about this last week, or not last week, the week before. I said, with how good the Ravens offense is with Lamar Jackson, they were scoring 32.8 points per game before Lamar's injury. The defense doesn't have to be like elite. They just had to be like average or above average, and you could still be a Super Bowl contender. But if the Ravens defense is going to play like this, let's go, man. Like, And if Mike Green is emerging, starting to get,
he's going to keep getting better. That's what we've been. Yeah. I've been saying that, dude. I was like, people are like writing Green off in 8 games. I'm like,
exactly.
If you watch too, a lot of those moves you saw in that game, and he just got home there. Like he's been doing that. It's just he wasn't getting home consistently, and he's going to be better and better as time goes on. This is his first season ever. So
and the linebackers, the young linebackers next to Roquan have been getting better and better.
Yeah.
Better. Teddy, bro. Like Teddy, he's a rookie, 4th round pick. He's getting better each week.
Yeah.
Malachi Starks, rookie. I know he was the 1st round selection, but he's still a rookie, just like everyone else. Like on the defense that's starting as a rookie. Like he's getting better. So Malachi's getting better. The game's slowing down for them. They're getting a better concept of the scheme. It's getting better. Trenton Simpson starting to find more of a role on defense. Teddy's playing good football. Jake Hummel had himself a goal line stop. He saw
That
he's
was
a
his
good
only
special
snap, I
teamer.
think.
Yeah,
One
and then
snap.
I'd like to see Jay Higgins get some snaps as well.
Me too. Yeah, I think they might be a little scared of the rookies now because they went with so many undrafted rookies, and then our defense was like worse than ever. And then we like cut Ruben Lowry, and then I think he's on the Colts now. And like we had all these undrafted guys. We were playing Keon Martin because we had to, and like it didn't fully work out. So I don't know if it's that they just don't like want to put the rookies in those tough positions or not. But yeah, we got another super chat here. Dozy, whoever wrote the article is the real MVP. Yeah, dude, that's what I mean. Like they lit a fire under the coaching staff for sure. I don't know how the players feel about it exactly, but the coaches are pissed. And just the way the anonymous sources were, labeled from the inside, basically saying that the players are talking bad about the coaches, but everything was anonymous. It seemed to just piss everyone off. And I like it. They coached better. The team played better. The team played with a fire.
They did. The team did not look like in the past games we've seen, like unprepared.
Like, no, and they played with passion, dude. Like they played
confidence.
Heated. Yeah.
Like if you're gonna mess up, like mess up fast and hard. Like if you're gonna blow an assignment, like blow it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, but don't like be hesitant and blow it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I liked how they were like playing with confidence, like they were flying to the football. And I'm also excited to see if Carl Lawson does anything, because let's not pretend like he didn't just have 5 sacks with the Dallas Cowboys last year.
Yeah.
And he said, I know like players say this type of stuff all the time, but he said, like, I feel even better than I did with the Cowboys this year because I had a fully healthy offseason. And like he's ready to go. So what's interesting as well, man, is a lot of the top players that I want the Ravens to trade for, like some of the top candidates, are actually on the Dolphins. So
like Jalen Phillips or something.
Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, Matt Judon. Obviously, I'm not going to be like fired up about the Matt Judon one, but I still think he would add like a veteran presence and give us
kind of like a Lawson addition or in
a little
way.
something.
Yeah.
We weren't, bro. Like Kyle Van Noy was signed off the street, off the couch in the middle of the year, and ended up having like 10 sacks.
Career year. That was the most he's ever had. Yeah.
So like it's not out of the picture. Or remember, I think it was like 34-year-old Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yeah.
That we signed.
Yep.
And he had some like big time pass rushes and some sacks and some moments. Like we signed off the street in the middle of the year. So Carl Lawson could provide something, man. And,
100%. I definitely still want to make a trade.
I do too.
I just think, especially with the hope back alive, like you don't need to hoard the picks as much, And I'm not saying you got to trade a first. Maybe you keep the first, but I was seeing reports out there. I know the Jets denied it, but reports were saying that Quinnen Williams was available and not happy, and he was available for a second-round pick. Like that's something you got to be all over. Especially if Matabike's out for a career, you could replace that with Quinnen Williams right there.
Yeah, bro. I would 100% give up a first for Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, but I mean the value, the perceived value was a second. So I was like, this is a no-brainer. But yeah, I agree. A first is worth it too, especially if we turn the season around. You add Quinnen Williams to the middle of the defense, like Travis Jones can't get double teamed.
Bro, imagine Quinnen Williams and Travis Jones, like the amount of beef and muscle in the middle of that.
Double team them all.
Like that pocket is getting pushed.
100%.
And ain't nobody running if Quinnen Williams and Travis Jones were in the middle of that. And then
Mike Green starts getting home a lot more. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
To your point. Like now all of a sudden, like everyone's job's way easier. And I wouldn't mind adding someone on the edge too. Obviously, we're pretty thin there, losing Tavius and Owe. But they signed Lawson, so he's going to be added to the mix. But I wouldn't mind making a bigger splash and maybe getting a veteran guard. How cheap could Zeitler be? Like
probably
give up a sixth, give up a fifth. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's worth it for this season. Like it really is.
Bro. And also the possibility of getting Emory Jones in the mix here.
Yeah. I don't know what I love the potential of him. I don't know what he's exactly going to bring right now, just because he didn't have an off season. He's so young, like who knows, but I'm totally for trying. I guess they are trying. I don't know if you saw the inactive list on
Yeah,
before the game, they listed Emery as guard.
they did, man.
Yeah, progress.
That tells you everything, right?
Yeah,
And it
and then
seems like the fan base is really excited about Emory Jones, but it seems like Harbaugh's really excited about
they
him.
are. No, they
Like
are. Yeah,
Harbaugh, I think you know how Harbaugh has his guys. Like sometimes that's a bad thing because it's like those guys are not always the best option. But at this point, if we have a young, talented offensive lineman that's one of Harbaugh's guys that could possibly replace one of his other guys, like Daniel Falele, you know what I'm saying? Like, or Andrew Voorhees, bro. That's exciting. So it seems
100%.
like the coaching staff's really excited about Emory. He's a really talented player in college. The Ravens drafted
He
him.
plays hard too, man. You don't get those like some of those plays where you're like, what is this guy doing? He's not playing aggressive. Like I feel like Emery plays pissed. And we need some of that on our O line. We need more of that. You know, I know we have some of it, but we need more of that. I want 5 offensive linemen that are just trying to rip the D lineman's face off every play.
I do too, man. Even if you miss a block, if you're just trying to eat people, if you're just, glass eating and being nasty, like, bro, you're gonna, especially with Derrick Henry running behind you, man. And I agree with you, man. I want dudes that are trying to rip defensive linemen's face off as well.
Yeah, 100%. R&B said good weather in Miami for Thursday night, 80-65. Lamar Jackson's back in his hometown or close to his hometown. I know it's not exactly his hometown, but that's his area. Zay Flowers, I think the guy's gonna be ready to ride on Thursday, man. I can't wait.
Let's go, man.
We got another super chat here from James Green. Appreciate you, James. What up, Jarheads? Semper Fi. What's up, man?
Semper Fi. Dude, Lamar Jackson in the 80-degree weather, Thursday Night Football.
In Miami.
Bro, do you think, I don't know, like it's like MVP is a big stats reward, award.
Yeah.
I wonder if like Lamar Jackson, rips off another 20 passing touchdowns to finish the year with like a pick or two, and the Ravens like finish with 11 or 12 wins if he could be in the conversation. Because I mean, that's the type of football he was playing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like before he went down, if the defense just would have been half solid, the Ravens probably would have been like the same records as the Colts right now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, 100%.
Would have been the number 1 seed, but the defense imploded, and then Lamar got hurt.
Yeah. So, I think the stats would have to be close. Like he would have to be close to the top probably to get that MVP. But if the Ravens completely turn it around and only lose like 1 game the rest of the way, and he's got close numbers to the top of the league after missing multiple games, 100% he could get his 3rd MVP. I mean, he's going to get another MVP at some point in his career. I think at this point we're just wanting a bowl, get a couple championships, man. That'd be amazing. We got another super chat here from Sweaty. Appreciate you, man. Harbaugh have his guys makes trades 2 times as risky as we have to worry about the fit, and Harbaugh likes the cut of his jib or whatever hokey BS. What's your thoughts on that, Noah?
I don't know, man.
Because like Harbaugh having his guys. Harbaugh doesn't make any trades, so that would be Eric Costa,
I get what he's saying.
Yeah,
like as far as sometimes like the trades that we've made, I haven't always panned out. Like with the Deontay Johnson thing.
Yeah, but Harbaugh's not involved in the trades. That'd be
right,
Eric
but he was involved with whether or not he was going to be on the field.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Having his guys like not playing Cleveland ever, or you know, like the Jaire situation that we haven't even talked about is kind of freaking weird. Like I'm not saying it's one of those, but it's just
him and Marcus Peters got into it before, and after they did, like they moved on, the following year. I'm trying to think. Unique Ngakoue was another one of those. I don't think Harbaugh really liked the way he fit into the locker room in that one, and he didn't get a lot of snaps, surprisingly. Harbaugh likes it with his edge rushers. Sometimes it's frustrating, but it's like if you ain't like a above average run stopper, they don't really want you on the field that much. Like even like like I don't think he values the pass rush as much as some of the fans do. Like Aeneas Peebles being inactive because he's not great against the run.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, Peebles can get to the quarterback, but yeah, they don't think he's great against the run. So it's style. But I also agree, like he has his guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like you get in the doghouse. The Jaire situation. Thanks for the 5 again, by the way, man. The Jaire situation is weird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have enough evidence to say like Jaire's in the doghouse. It's easy to say that because he's a healthy scratch, but the tape hasn't looked great either, but in Jaire's defense, they've been throwing him out there cold and like not really playing at the beginning of the game. And like, think about it from a perspective of Jaire, who's been a superstar and been the best player on every team pretty much he's ever played on. He's been the number one corner on every team he's ever played on from the start of the game to the end of the game. And now all of a sudden we're like, hey, we need you randomly in the second quarter or we need you in the third quarter. And it's like, he's getting like 10 snaps and now he's a healthy scratch. It's like, that would be tough, so that is to defend Jaire. But I don't know what the ins and outs are. They obviously aren't seeing enough. They like Awuzie and other guys more that they're playing. What are your thoughts on the Jaire situation before we get out of here, though? Because we haven't really talked about it. It's odd.
Yeah, I guess my thoughts are is it is weird, and I would like to see him at least get another opportunity after. It was like after the epic failure that was like week 1 or whatever. It's like, what happened? Like it was reported in training camp that he was making plays, and the Ravens social media was like posting him like getting pass deflections and
He was
interceptions.
dominating in training camp. He was like looked like he was like the leader of the team or like one of the main like voices. Everyone's like, Jaire's out here giving us all confidence.
Yeah, and like even his interview, he was like feeling himself. He was confident, like, I still got it. You know what I mean? Like he's only 28 years old, and
the healthy scratch is weird to me, man.
That's weird, man. That's really.
And I see everyone saying Jaire's inactive. I know that's what we're talking about here is like why he's a healthy scratch. When I was talking about him playing, I meant like in the Bills game and the Rams game. He came in for a little. He has played in spurts and
yeah. Oh no. I think we lost Ryan. See if he hops back in here in a minute. But yeah, he said
I'm back.
You back?
I don't know what happened. It just crashed. Anyway.
Yeah, just boom.
Yeah.
Gone.
No, I was just saying that I know Jaire's a healthy scratch. That's what we're discussing here. So like we're confused why he's playing in some earlier games, getting some sporadic time, and then now you would think he's progressing, right? Like you would think he's getting healthier and healthier, and he's not on the injury report. So I get the theory of like, I think he might be injured, but then it would be against NFL rules to not put him on the injury report. Yeah. He's not been on the injury report. So I'm pretty sure he's healthy. It's just like he's not back to himself, I guess. I don't know, man. It is an odd situation.
Yeah. I'd like to see him out there, but the reality is that the coaches get to see him every day in practice, and I don't think they're liking what they're seeing enough for him to get another chance. So
yeah, 100%. You want to take this one? Noah, appreciate you again, Sweaty.
Yeah, he says, Sweaty Zeus Gaming. They are always the outspoken types that he has in the doghouse. I think he's trying to avoid another 2012 player mutiny too much. I don't feel like there's any like a mutiny going on. It seems like he has the locker room. It feels like the locker room has him. Like they have each other's backs. But I agree with what you're saying is that it does seem like a lot of the doghouse situations have been those like alpha type of personalities that are really outgoing, outspoken, that have sometimes, collided, and so I get what you're saying. I can think of the Marcus Peters. I can think of the thing, Jaire's that type of dude. And there's been others as well in the past, but yeah, interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he gets activated. I mean, or traded or something. He might get pissed off if he's not playing enough, and they got to do something. But yeah.
It's not like he is getting no money either. I mean, he got $6 million. Like it's not a big contract, but it's not chump change either.
Yeah, I just think he probably wants to play. You know what I mean? Like he's not been on the injury report, so he's healthy. So he's
Yeah.
probably in his mind. And a couple weeks ago, he said that the Ravens wanted him to get to 90% speed and that he's there. And he's
Yeah.
like, I'm ready. But
Right.
yeah, for whatever reason, they don't trust him right now. So
Yeah.
not sure, man. But
The only optimistic swing on it is at like some point he is ready to go. He's showing good stuff in practice, and then all of a sudden, like you get a boost mid-season to your secondary, and like you get like a viable starting corner who's.
But if we start playing like great cohesive defense with this unit, they might not want to throw him in.
Yeah.
He might just be like depth, which is so odd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really is with a player of his caliber. But I also had a couple Packers fans that were like tweeting at me when I said I was shocked that he was a healthy scratch, that were like, get used to it. We've been dealing with this for the last year and a half with the Packers. So the Packers fans were, and I was like, wait, he wasn't hurt. They were like, he was hurt, but he was also a healthy scratch multiple times. So could be more going on there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not sure exactly, but
I
either
do
way.
remember the one time that like the Packers like sat him for a game.
Yeah.
Where they just like as a punishment, something happened.
And then they released him because they were, like he wanted another contract and they didn't think he was worth it. And I thought we were getting a steal. And here we are in week 9 and we haven't really seen him. So it's like, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well, man. I'm riding high. We got to end on an optimistic note here. We got Lamar Jackson back Thursday night in Miami.
Yes, sir.
And we finally got a win. We're 2 games out of first place in the AFC North.
Yep.
The hope's alive. I've seen the entire comment section turn around for the most part. Dude, like last month has been so negative, and I get it. Like I said, I'm an emotional fan, but the complete flip by looking through some of the comments after this win, dude, everybody's feeling a lot better. I'm not saying they're like saying it's all back and it's all good, but like we are feeling a lot better. So yeah, dude. Anything else you guys say before we get out of here?
Super Bowl back on. Super Bowl. It was never off.
Yeah.
I know.
I never wrote it off fully. I never wrote it off fully. Nah.
I know. But dude, I'm excited. I do think there's a good chance the Ravens make a trade after this Thursday night game, after they get another dub, and they'll only be a game and a half behind the Pittsburgh Steelers, as the Steelers face a pretty gauntlet of a schedule upcoming. Their next 7 games are really tough. I'd be surprised if they won more than 3 of them. And the Ravens have a very easy schedule upcoming those next games. And it's also like looking around the whole AFC picture, like the Bills, like they're in a wild card spot right now, dude. They ain't even.
They just lost Ed Oliver for the season too.
Really, I didn't even see that
today.
Yeah, I'm excited. I am excited. Both the Chiefs and the Bills could be wild card teams, which is very
the Colts dominating the AFC. Who saw that
coming? It's crazy. It's a wide open year, man. Yeah. It's a wide open year, and the Ravens are getting healthy. They're getting turned around. They got scheme stuff going their way, and we're back, baby.
Let's go, man. Appreciate all you guys, man, for real, for riding through the tough times. And these lives are easy. These lives are easier and fun. But you guys are with us for the last month or so when it was not easy. So
yes,
we appreciate all your guys' support, man.
Yeah, we do. We really do appreciate you guys. Ryan texted me earlier. He was like, dude, I'm excited that we get to like have a happy live stream tonight. Like we have like a win. I was like, yes, me too. I was thinking the same thing, but I'm just gonna tell you, Ryan, get used to it, man.
Yeah, I'm ready.
There might not be another sad live stream all year,
dude. I'm ready
until February. After we hold up that Lombardi and we don't have any more Ravens football to watch. That'll be our side live stream. That'll be the next one, bro.
Dude, can you imagine going live on Monday after the Super Bowl win?
Yeah, that'd be crazy, especially after like how low the fan base was at
this season looked like
5, like
burn it all down. Yeah. We'll see.
Ravens, they are a really good football team, like talent wise. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they can do. They got to go on a run, but things are looking good, man.
Yep, 100%. Well, that's it for this live. We'll See you guys all week in our videos. And then next Monday, we'll be back talking about a Dolphins dub, hopefully.
Yes,
And
sir.
appreciate all you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your night. And we'll see you guys next week.